What is up, everybody? Let's dive into a little maintenance action on this P-51 Mustang here at Pacific Fighters. Starting off with the most interesting footage, I think, is us removing this propeller. The style of prop that is on this particular P-51 is a Hamilton standard paddle blade. The paddle blade has squared off tips and no cuffs, versus the Hamilton standard cuff style blade has cuffs and rounded tips. The paddle blades were introduced into the P-51D production in mid to late 1945 and used a lot in the post-World War II years. We first removed the dome on the prop and let a bunch of oil drain out. We're removing this prop for an AD note, which is required every 5 years to inspect for corrosion. The tool we're installing on the forklift is called a Sweeney tool that is then installed onto the prop. At this point in the process, we're slowly extracting the propeller off of the prop shaft to then set it on a stand. Once it's on the stand, we can start working on the AD inspection. I don't have any footage of the prop inspection itself, but the wheels and brakes inspection is removing the wheels, checking to make sure the stators and rotors on the brake assembly aren't cracked and are within limits, pack and grease the bearings, reassemble, readjust, etc., etc. There's more to it than that, but alright, gear swing time. With the plane on jacks, we do a series of swinging the gear up and down, making sure the sequence of the gear is working properly while keeping our eyes and ears peeled, as well as keeping the gear up to then inspect for rubbing or binding. We do normal extensions and also an emergency extension. There is a handle called the T-handle located in the cockpit in the lower center console. With the T-handle pushed in, it provides hydraulic pressure to the aircraft system. With it out, it dumps the pressure. With the gear swings done, we can pull the jacks out. Now we got to take off the spin-on oil filter kit. Cut them open, check them for metal, then install new ones. Also, we have to take out the rock screens located on the bottom of the engine and check for metal or anything abnormal. Inspection of the airframe consists of looking for corrosion, cracks, loose rivets, or other structural damage, any tears or deterioration of fabric surfaces, which in the case of the D model Mustang, the rudder is covered in fabric. We got to look for leaks, worn hoses / plumbing, any loose connections, the list goes on. With the prop reinstalled and other portions of maintenance completed, we do a power check. A power check is when you run the Mustang up to field barometric pressure to check that the prop is making between 2250 and 2300 RPM. By doing that, we know the engine is making power and that the prop is set correctly. We check the mags as well, making sure there's not more than a 100 RPM loss. If you thought this video was awesome, like and subscribe. Any comments, let us know down below. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all that social media stuff. See y'all next time.